everybody out there, and welcome to Guy Talk. This is going to be my short little introductory video to this channel. I have very little social media experience, and I'm finally saying I gotta go in. I gotta go all in. It hasn't helped me in the past to kind of be incognito from all the social media platforms, which I used to take quite pride in, but that's got to end. So this channel is basically going to be about my goal of having a full-time living sitting here at this desk. So I have some trading experience, not a lot. I'm not going to give any trading advice. We'll talk a little bit of markets. I would like to go live at least 5 days a week on Facebook, and we'll talk about some little bit of news. It's not going to be a political channel, so don't worry. A little bit of news. I'll give some opinions. We'll talk briefly about markets. And then my other endeavor, which I'm just now starting, which is the Amazon FBA. And we're going to see if we can make some money on that. I'm pretty excited about it. Still haven't even picked out my first product, so you'll be there for the journey. I'll give updates on that as well as they are necessary. Obviously, some days, there's not going to be I'm waiting on product or not working on it, but certainly once I do get my first products launched and up, we can talk about all the good and the bad and the ugly that go with that and mistakes I've made, and hopefully that's helpful to you and you can learn something from it. Basically I think that most people out there, man or woman, doesn't matter, wants to be able to provide income and not have to go do a 9 to 5. Some people really like their job, and that's awesome. Most Americans aren't exactly enthusiastic about being required to be at this certain place at this certain time 5 days a week, and I don't need to go too much more to that. You guys understand. So we're gonna see if I can pull it off. I have some 12-month goals. We'll just call it by the end of 2019 where I want to be, and hopefully I get there. And this will put some accountability on my part. If I say I'm going to do something, or I set some goals for myself, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I get them, if I reach those goals, or if I don't, I'll be candid about why I didn't. But it's gonna hold me a little bit more accountable now that this is out in the universe. I will have everything up, the Twitter and the Instagram, and this is all gonna take some time for me to do correctly. So things like my audio are off when I'm doing Facebook Live. I'm gonna work on it, and I'll make sure it gets better. So just stick in there with me, and hopefully I provide some beneficial content. My wife and I will also have another channel, and that'll be called Our Autism Story. That's basically going to be all the trials, tribulations we've had with our son since he was basically diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum. So there's a lot of information there, and hopefully that channel, if any of you out there have anybody in your family or friends that that we could give some insight to, or if they just want to get a little insight into how somebody else's life is when we're dealing with that. I will preface that with saying our son is not like terrible. We've come a long way, and a lot of that's because of the things we've done. But it's tough, and it's like an extra kid or two in the house when you're dealing with a kiddo on the spectrum. So hopefully that's going to be a lot of value to people. On this channel, though, we're going to definitely try to be very consistent. That's something that I want to put out there because I need to hold myself accountable to be more consistent when it comes to the things I say I'm going to do, especially in the social media world. I literally just started a Facebook account like 2 days ago, and I haven't even added any friends yet except for my neighbor, my wife, and my father. So when I say that I'm starting from scratch, I'm starting from scratch. I literally was something I made a top priority. Went without a smartphone for 3 years, from 2013 to 2016. I had made it previously in my life a top priority not to be on any of the platforms. And the reason I did that was basically, there's two sides of a coin, right? And before, I was leaning way on one side of the coin, which is all the bad, right? The data collection, the eavesdropping nonsense that they do, oh, my spouse did that or this person's spouse did that for them, why doesn't my spouse do that for me? These are the things, the emotional stuff, like, oh, this so-and-so just got this brand new truck. The things that kind of let the emotional ego nonsense kind of take over, especially your first thing in the morning. I didn't want to be someone who's like looking at a Facebook feed, and I was always like, if I'm close enough to somebody, they can share my life or just share their life with me over the phone or in person. But then there's the other side of the coin that was really something I overlooked quite a bit. And that is, if you want to run a business or start your own business or work from home and do, something where it's just like you trying to make a living, like I'm getting ready to do, you just cannot even compare to the marketing advantage and the reach that you can get on social media. It is invaluable. I mean, the old school way of marketing is basically dead, and that's for good reason. I mean, the cost of customer acquisition is so much higher than it is on social media if you're going to do it traditional ways. And when I had my business the last couple of years, that was like my biggest downfall for sure, was that my wife and I were not really proficient in using all the social media platforms for advertising. And this is not going to be an advertising thing. I'm just trying to get used to all the platforms and put things out, put content out there, and really hopefully, you just have a good time if you tune in, and from here and there you'll get valuable little tidbits that I throw out there, hopefully. But like I said, I do appreciate you guys tuning into this video. As we continue to do this, I hope we grow and that you find it a channel that you want to come back to, that offers you some value. So I'm not just gonna go live or make a video just to do it and put nonsense out there. But like I said, I think that's about it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do some testing with the live, so tomorrow might be just a regular video like this is. I don't want to screw up the live thing. I got to do some more research on it. This is it's like going full bore into information overload. There's so much stuff with the Amazon things that I'm doing, and then obviously all the platforms, and I need to hire like a 15-year-old to teach me everything, right? That's it, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for today. I will talk to you tomorrow, like I said. So appreciate it, and we'll see you all later. Bye.